Good morning, good afternoon, Tony. Let's review some of your calls. There seems to be a message, by the way.
Please leave your message for 323-704-8927.
Sí, muy buenas tardes. Este mensaje es para Carmen María. Mi nombre es Tony con Family Insurance. El motivo por mi llamada es porque tenemos su pago que está pendiente. Entonces, su póliza está para vencerse. De hecho, ya se venció el 12 de junio. Entonces, ¿cómo es que por favor los marquen en breve al 213-519-6302? Puede preguntar por Eduardo y él con mucho gusto lo puede atender para realizar su pago. También quisiéramos saber si quiere hacer cualquier tipo de cambios o modificaciones a su póliza. Y también para avisarle que ahorita lo que estamos viendo que sus coberturas pueden estar un poco bajo de lo que requiere el estado de California, en el sentido que nomás tiene $5,000 de cobertura de daños de propiedad ajena. Entonces, nosotros le podemos asistir en darle la cobertura correcta, apropiada para el estado, y le salía como $2 o $3 más. Pero por favor, regrese los llamadas. También recuerda por cualquier persona que usted los mande de referencia y obtengan una póliza con nosotros, a usted se le va a dar $50 en efectivo. También tenemos el programa de Uninsured Motorists, que también le puede asistir mucho, porque si tiene un accidente con alguien que no tiene cobertura, en vez de usar su Comprehensive y pagar un deducible de $1,000, puede ser su Uninsured Motorist, y ahí le va a salir también como $2 o $3 más por los dos coberturas que le acabo de mencionar. Cualquier cosa, aquí estamos a la orden. Gracias por estar con Family Insurance y recuerda, con Family Insurance jamás estarás solo.
Okay, Tony. I love the last part, by the way. Okay, I love that. All right, let's review a couple things. Okay, so the positive, for example, you mentioned a little bit of the expiration of the policy. Definitely, you reviewed three, four topics. Okay, which is the pending of cancellation, the referral, the coverages, the 10,000, and also uninsured. So in the sense of reviewing all the coverages, that's great. Now let me give you a little bit of feedback, a couple things that I want you to look at. Now in this case, because the policy expired, we really want to sell the benefit of them keeping their policy active. Okay, so that's one of the topics that we have and we've reviewed with everyone in the past. We really need to sell the benefit of them keeping the policy active and not letting their policy cancel. So one of the things is using market knowledge, educating the client that within the last 6 months, okay, within the last 6 months, rates are increasing, okay, rates are increasing. So there's a high possibility that if they don't make the payment soon, okay, rates could possibly be a lot higher. Now we don't want to sell, okay, we don't want to sell the the idea, right, that their policy is already canceled. Okay, so we need to also be cautious, because if we sell the idea that their policy is expired, that it's already canceled, then what they're gonna do is they're gonna shop around. They're gonna go somewhere else. So I'm investing a little bit more time on this message, not because I want you to elaborate for 2 to 3 minutes on a message, but I'm also using this for other, actual conversations, because then this may fall under actual calls that you're able to communicate information with clients. So we don't want to sell the idea that the policy is canceled, right? Canceled or expired. Okay. We want to sell. Okay. So I'm just writing a couple notes and reviewing it. We want to sell the idea of reinstatement, making the payment. Okay. Making the payment ASAP. So literally, in this case, what I would have elaborated a lot more, I would have not discussed too much as far as the coverages, okay, because the coverages is more of a secondary topic, or even a third topic. For this specific policy, since the policy is expired, okay, I would have just focused on selling the benefit of making a payment on time. So I would have created a story. I would have told them, look, ma'am, This is Tony from Auto Insurance. Just wanted to give you a call. Matter of fact, wanted to give you a little bit of information. I have some great news for you. Even though your policy is late, your payment is late, don't worry. Okay, one of the things that we want to review with all of our clients is that the insurance companies are accepting the payments even though they're a little bit late. The only thing is we really don't know how long they're going to allow you to make the payment. So I want you to call me as soon as possible. Matter of fact, let me share a couple things with you. The insurance companies are increasing the rates due to a lot of changes within the insurance market, the insurance industry. Due to COVID, due to inflation, okay, rates are increasing due to a lot of losses that the insurance companies have encountered. The rates are extremely higher, okay, similar to gas. It keeps going up. So the only way that you are going to be able to maintain or keep the same monthly payment that you currently have is by making your payments on time. We want to motivate you, we want to encourage you not to let your policy cancel. So even though your payment is late, don't worry. We are going to help you take your payment. We're going to help you reinstate your coverage. We're going to help you make your payment. We just need you to do it as soon as possible before the company doesn't give you an option. I'm here to help you. And then, of course, leave them the information. So for this voicemail, okay, I'm not going to discuss too much as far as the upselling, the 10,000, the uninsured motorist. The lesson for this one, if the policy is already late, okay, sorry, if the policy is canceled, okay, if the policy is canceled, or if it's almost going to cancel, like Infinity, for example, all the Infinity that Eduardo's calling, those are pending. So the payment is late, but the policy is not canceled. For some of the policies, if they already canceled, then we could emphasize on reinstatement, okay, and making the payment. Okay, that would be my main focus on a voicemail. Now, for the policies that are pending, for example, and they only have a day or 2 days left, I wouldn't really discuss too much of the 10,000 and the uninsured. Okay, maybe the referrals, but I would just focus on adding urgency, motivating the client, educating the client that they need to make their payment as soon as possible before it's already too late. Now, one of the things that I want to share with you, I don't want anyone to use the concept of the policy already canceling, or you're going to let your policy cancel, because we want to keep something positive. So in that case, we use this idea. Okay, we don't want you to let your policy cancel. Okay, we have 2 to 3 days to eliminate having any interruptions on coverage. So that's going to be the quick lesson for the voicemail. Okay, let's review another one.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. May I please speak with Esther Mendez, please?
Yes, it's me.
Hi, we're just calling. My name is Tony with Family Insurance. We're just calling up to confirm your appointment that you had set up with us at the office.
For tomorrow?
Correct, for tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, so just wanted to confirm you'll be there, and just wanted to remind you that right now you do have a little bit of perhaps undercoverage. You have $5,000 in property damage. Just wanted to let you know that we can address that with to give you a free quote, which will be about $2 or $3 if you obtain higher coverage for your property damage. Okay?
Okay.
All right, and also for every person you refer to us, that gets policy with us, we will be $50 cash back. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Miss Esther, you're welcome. Have a great and wonderful day. Thank you for being with Family Insurance.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
Okay, perfect, Tony. All right, so in this one, I could actually touch a little bit of, and my goal is just to give you feedback on every single call. Okay, I haven't listened to the calls prior, so we're doing it together. So unless it's a call that has 3-4 minutes, maybe I'll stop and I'll give you some feedback, but I'll write them down. But my goal is going to be to give you a little bit of different feedback on every single call. So in this case, is Esther in a confirmation for the appointment? Okay, that's technically what that is the purpose of this call, right? So now let's review this. So number one, whenever we call to confirm appointments, okay, maybe this came it was part of the calls and we forgot to transfer it over. Confirm the appointment. Okay, we want to motivate them. You want to give them, even though, remember, someone already spoke to them, someone already gave them a message, but it came up under our dialer. So definitely Okay, so definitely our goal is going to be to give them a little bit of positive reminder. Okay, so as soon as you notice that it was an appointment for tomorrow, then you should have told them, look, just want to remind you that definitely we have an appointment for you for tomorrow. Don't forget, this is very important. Your policy is still active. Okay, policy is still active. Okay, but we want to encourage all of our customers to actually make their payments on time. I'm not sure if my representative Eduardo gave you a little bit of information, but just in case he didn't, let me just share with you that the insurance companies, are making a lot of changes this year due to a lot of losses, a lot of changes within the industry, especially due to COVID. COVID made a lot of changes on the insurance industry as well. So insurance companies are offering a lot of different rates for 2022. So the rates for 2022 are extremely higher. Okay, so I want to encourage you, I want to motivate you to make your payment on time. Okay, and that's the reason why we have the appointment for tomorrow, because we don't want your policy to cancel. Matter of fact, we don't want any of the policies with our clients to cancel because the rates are a lot higher. So that's the reason why we keep giving you calls. That's the reason why I'm actually calling you. Okay, that's the purpose of my call, just to remind you. Okay, purpose of my call, to remind you and simply to educate you, because we want your policy to be active. So Tony, so that's an example as far as just a follow-up. This is a follow-up to confirm or to remind them of their appointments, right? Regardless if it's today, an appointment for today, or if it's an appointment for tomorrow, or even if you're following up with a no-show, always give them a reason. Don't be simple. Okay, and this is one of the things I'll be working with you, and then we'll work with them as well. But don't just give them the obvious of the purpose of the call. The purpose of the call, the obvious is we're calling to remind them of their appointment, but be detailed and remind them and give them positive feedback so that they could actually show up. That is one of the biggest reasons why customers show up to the office, because they feel that there's a reason why they should. There's benefits. Okay, so that's one. Okay, now the other one, let's talk about the coverages. Now, one of the things that I've noticed, when we are reviewing the coverages, so let's put upselling. Okay, upselling 10K, for example. Let's talk about the 10K for instance. Okay, one of the things that I want you to do is I want you to educate them. Okay, educate them on the purpose, okay, of the 10K. Now, I heard one or two small phrases that you're telling them that they may have less coverages than what the state of California requires, or that they may have lower coverages. Technically, they have the minimum that the state of California requires. So I want you to use once again market knowledge. Okay, market knowledge, and a matter of fact, I'm gonna have you review some of those training videos that we have, the rest of the agents, where I talk about market knowledge, body shops, the damages, to the cost to repair damages, and then also examples where you're actually educating them on why they don't have enough. Because us telling them you don't have enough coverages, you may have less coverages, it doesn't really convince them, because they have no idea what we're talking about. So let's don't go straight into the point of, you may not have enough coverages, so we're recommending 10,000, and for a difference of $1, $2. Let's educate them a little bit. So in this case, I would tell the customer, look, ma'am, one of the things that we're doing differently within family insurance, okay, we're actually reviewing the coverages for all of our clients. Now, due to market knowledge, due to a lot of changes within the insurance industry, one of the things that the insurance companies are notifying us is that the $5,000 for property damage, which is what the law requires, is actually not enough in case of an accident. Now, based on statistics, okay, based on DMV insurance statistics, the damages to repair a vehicle are now a lot higher than what they were before, due to all the changes that the insurance companies are doing, right? All the losses that they had in the past. The body shops are extremely expensive, so they're charging a lot more. It's more expensive to fix a vehicle today. So therefore, if you hit a vehicle, give them an example. I call it real life example, okay? Real life example. Tell them if you hit a vehicle and you make damages of $7,000, the $5,000 is no longer enough. So therefore, okay, the 5,000, which technically it's acceptable, okay, 5,000, 5K for property damage is acceptable in the state of California, but in case of an accident, you may have to pay a little bit more out of pocket. So one of the things that we're doing is we're offering information, educating our clients, so you guys could understand that the coverage that you have are acceptable by the state of California, but in case of an accident, because everything is extremely expensive, you may not have enough coverages. So what we're doing is we're introducing and offering, okay, a little bit of higher coverages, okay, a bit of higher coverages, okay. So instead of the 5,000, we could actually offer 10,000. So just to give you that example, if you make damages, okay, of 7,000 for 7,000 to fix and repair damages to the other vehicle, 5,000 is not going to be enough. Okay, guess what? The 10,000 is going to be enough. Okay. So in that case, we would highly recommend for you to add the 10,000. And the good thing about the situation is that it only makes a difference. Okay, it only makes a difference of $2 to $3. So these coverages, okay, and then you could also, once again, I'm giving you a full lesson on this. Of course, you may not be as descriptive over the phone, but you could gather 60-70% of the information that I'm giving you right now. Another thing that you could also do is I call it requoting, okay? So you could tell them, look, these coverages possibly they were not offered to you in the past because they had a cost of, $15, $20, okay? $15 to $20 in the past, okay? Requote $15 to $20, okay, in the past, right? So therefore, those coverages were not offered to you because they were extremely expensive. Now, what is the insurance company doing? Okay, insurance company and us and family insurance, okay, we want to protect you, okay? We want to protect you. And the way we want to protect you is by offering you better coverages, which is technically not going to make too much of a difference on your monthly payment, okay? Would you be interested in better coverages, okay? So that's just to give you an example as far as the upselling, okay? Once again, we need to educate them. So when you educate them, when you give them the purpose of the 10,000, you give them a little bit of market knowledge, you use, the damages to the what's it called, to the vehicle. So let's put the cost to repair, okay, damages or higher, okay, due to body shops, okay, asking too much, okay. And then of course there's lessons for this, which I'm gonna have you watch, okay. So that will be the two things that we'll review based on this call. Once again, I'm gonna focus on one or two different points out of every single call, just to keep it as easy as possible. So let's review the next call.
Please leave your message for 21332748997.
Good afternoon. This message is for Cristabel Cruz. Miss Anna, my name is Tony with Family Insurance, calling regarding your policy. Just want to let you know that as we spoke previously, it is in jeopardy of being canceled as of today's date for non-payment. Please give me a call at 213-519-6302. You could ask to speak with Eduardo. He'll be more than happy to assist you with the processing of your payment. Keep in mind that your policy will cancel as of today's date. I also want to let you know when you do renew that you have property damage at $5,000, which is a little bit low for the state of California. Give us a call because we could assist you with obtaining uninsured motorists as well as the property damage, getting the correct coverage or adequate coverage for about $2 or $3 more. So please give us a call. We'd be more than happy to assist you. And also keep in mind that whenever you refer somebody to us, for every referral that signs up with the policy, we will give you $50 cash in hand. And give us a call. Thank you for being with Family Insurance. Bye-bye now.
Let me just listen to the beginning one more time. I got distracted.
Please leave your message
I
for
missed the first 20 seconds.
21332748997.
Good afternoon. This message is for Cristabel Cruz. Miss Anna, my name is Tony with Family Insurance, calling regarding your policy. Just want to let you know that as we spoke previously, it is in jeopardy of being canceled as of today's date for non-payment. Please give me a call at 213-519-6302. You could ask to speak with Eduardo. He'll be more than happy to assist you with the processing of your payment. Keep in mind that your policy will cancel as of today's date. Also want to let you know when you do renew that you have property damage at $5,000, which is a little bit low for the state of California. Give us a call because we can assist you with obtaining uninsured motorists as well as the property damage, getting the correct coverage or adequate coverage for about $2 or $3 more. So please give us a call. We'd be more than happy to assist you. And also keep in mind that whenever you refer somebody to us, for every referral that signs up with the policy, we will give you $50 cash in hand. Right? Give us a call. Thank you for being with Family General Insurance. Bye-bye now.
Okay, Tony, let's review this. Okay, so this is so great job. First of all, great job on reviewing all the topics. Okay, definitely the referral, the 10,000, the uninsured motorist, and also the fact that the payment is late. So that's great, by the way. But one of the things that we'll work on this week, and like I mentioned to you, I'm evaluating every rep, and then also I'm evaluating your calls as well, so that I could have an idea of the new topics for this week, right? So we could review the new topics for this week, and we could focus on improving. So one of the things that I want you to do, and we'll set some procedures for this. Let's stick to what's most important, because on a voicemail, based on this voicemail, you left 1 minute and 16 seconds, which is great. I mean, that's my average. I mean, I average maybe a minute to a minute 15, minute 20. So the time frame on the voicemail is extremely well. Now let's just focus on adding urgency on the priority of the call. Now I'll give you an example. So let me go here. So let's talk about priority, right? Of call. Okay. So let's say for example, let's call them cancel or expired. Okay, expired calls, for example, right? Policy, sorry. So whenever we have this, the only thing that I want to review is making their payment. Okay, making their payment. Okay, so we could talk about market knowledge. We could talk about the urgency. Selling the same thing that we were talking about the first voicemail. Selling the benefit of making the payment as soon as possible. Educating them that the insurance market is different this year. Okay, so policies are increasing. Okay, I'm not writing everything here, but you know, I mean, market knowledge. Okay, sell the benefit. Okay, of keeping the policy active. Okay. Okay, and adding urgency. Okay, motivating them, encouraging them, letting them know, look, we're here to help you. We want to help you. We want your policy to be active. So I would only focus on this. I wouldn't focus on anything else. I wouldn't focus on 10,000, you know, uninsured motorist referrals, because those are secondary. Okay, so now let's talk about pending payments, right? Pending payments could be payments that have, you know, that are still active. Okay, they're still active, but they have, you know, let's say 5 to 10 days remaining. Okay, so these we could focus on two things. We could focus on one. We could focus on making the payment. So the same thing as the above, making the payment on time. Okay, before the last day. Okay. Another thing, we would also focus on market knowledge. Okay, market knowledge. We would definitely sell the idea that we don't want them to what's it called? We don't want them to pass the date because, you know, payments are higher. Okay, payments are higher. Okay, we would motivate them, encourage them to keep their policy active. Okay, policy active. Okay, and then maybe you could introduce, you know, one or the other. You don't have to put everything all in one. Okay, now for renewals, for example, renewals will be extremely different. Renewals, we would definitely, for renewals, we would focus on market knowledge as well, keeping their policy. Okay, and then here we could definitely, you know, the 10K property damage. Okay, let's just put PD, okay? So just a quick example, okay? And then we could talk a little bit more together, okay? And then we could set up, procedures or formulas, whatever you want to make things easy. But the most important thing is to focus on whatever's most important if there's more priorities within the call. So if policies are already canceling or is the final day, I would just strictly focus on letting them know that, the policy, what's it called, that they have 1 or 2 days. Now, another thing that I want to share, so let's go back to the actual call. Another thing that I want to share, so sell the benefit of making the payment as soon as possible, okay? Motivate, encourage, okay, them to keep their policy, okay? Active, okay? So in reality, we are selling the benefit, okay, of the company, okay? So selling the benefit of the company, another thing that we could do is let's educate them and let's sell the reason why we keep calling. So in this case, I would have mentioned Crystal, just to let you know, I know we've been calling you for the last couple of days, and our goal is to get a hold of you because your payment is already late, okay? It's already late, and we want to help our clients. We're actually different than the rest of the agencies. Our goal is to make sure that all of our clients keep their policy active because payments are going higher for new business. So that's part of market knowledge, right? Market knowledge, okay? Market knowledge technically means, okay, that if the policy cancels, rates for new business, okay, are higher, okay? So are higher. And then the last thing that I would do is I would, for any policy that's already any policy that's already canceled or expired, we want to sell, okay, the idea that it's okay, so show a little bit of empathy, right, that it's okay, we can still take their payment, okay? So we have to sell the idea that we're still going to take their payment. Now, the last thing that I want to mention on this call is the fact that personally, I don't like using the term cancel. Okay, so let's put term, okay, cancel, because you got to remember, especially if you leave a voicemail and you tell them, look, your policy's canceled. Crystal, just wanted to call you. Your policy is due today. Your policy's canceled as of today. So when we do that, we motivate them to shop around. Okay, we motivate them to go somewhere else because they're going to have the idea. You got to remember that when we use the actual cancellation terminology, that means that they have to restart a new one. So when they have to restart a new one, they're going to have the idea, the impression, okay, that they're going to have to pay a down payment. They're going to have to pay new fees. Okay, so even if the policy is canceled for 5, 6, 7 days, I mean, usually even for 15 days or 30 days, for my telemarketing department, the other department that works on calls, they don't even use the word cancel. They keep the idea that there's no coverage. So for example, instead of using cancel, we could tell them, look, your payment was due 5 days ago. They gave you until today. So as of today, there's no coverage. Okay, so do not use the term cancel, right? So do not use the terminology cancel, okay? Use the idea that there's no coverage. So in this case, if the payment is due today, I would mention Crystal. Just wanted to let you know that your payment, the last day to make your payment to avoid any interruption on coverage was today. So technically, as of today, you no longer have any coverage. But don't worry, okay, right? So sell the idea of reinstatement or making a payment, okay? So I would mention the fact that don't worry, Crystal. We have a lot of solutions, and one of the solutions that we have, the insurance company is going to allow you to make the payment. We just need you to call us as soon as possible so we can help you make the payment so you could avoid any situations where you're involved in an accident, okay, without any coverage. So the last thing that I want to mention for these policies that are technically either canceled or maybe on the last day, we could also sell the idea of risk, okay? So once again, I'm giving you a lot of feedback, and of course, you're not going to use everything, but this is just to give you an idea of all the examples or information that we could use, but we're only sticking to one. So, we're only sticking to making the payment as soon as possible instead of reviewing, coverages and referrals, because at that point, referrals, coverages. Everything else is secondary. The main focus will be to sell the idea that they need to make the payment as soon as possible, to sell the idea that if they drive without insurance, there's a risk, accidents, okay? With no insurance, a lot of complications, right? So you would sell the idea of making the payment as soon as possible, okay? So that would be what I would focus on for this call.